Hey folks, Styles here, and welcome back to Chapter 5X. Alright. So, on this chapter I had the wall snag here. It's in the same place that it is in, I believe it's Chapter 8, I'm not quite sure, but when you revisit this map, there's a wall snag. And it should be the same one, and I put that there just because this map, it's like a big winding corridor, and another winding corridor, and another one if you want to go over here. It's like, ugh. Not really a lot of opportunities to really strategize in any way here. Even just beyond that, I don't think this map is terribly well designed, so you're just gonna want to like skip it. You can just hit the ball snag, throne's right there. I think I'll be playing most of it, but we'll see. I might end up using the wall snag. So I'm of course going to be using Colin Ford, like I mentioned before. I'm actually going to try to not give too many kills to Ephraim, just because I don't plan on going his route. And whichever lord you do not utilize, get some free levels. So I think Erica gets level 14 when they reunite. If you go Ephraim route, and Ephraim only gets level 10, but I think that's because Ephraim route's harder and Erica's weaker. So we'll give Ephraim some extra levels here. That's my phone. He needs to kill Ford. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, indeed. Wow. No weakening here. Yeah, he would not be able to do it with a Steel Lance either. I'll just get rid of him. Yeah, it was kind of weird how the paladins ended up being so strong in some of these later entries. They've since cut back a little bit. Like I know in my little time playing Fade's Gunter was, I think that's his name, was not just instantly annihilating everything. Is good. And you know, Frederick was pretty strong, but he's no Seth, at least from what I remember. Maybe if only because you can scale so hard in that game, essentially become like infinitely powerful with so many levels. And you can just like loop it. The second seals. Level up to 20, go back to 1. So it's been a bit since I did my last recording. All goes according to plan here. There'll be no hiccups. Seamless daily uploads. I'll give this one to Ephraim. I can never decide how to pronounce his name, because I know in Heroes they call him Ephraim. So I sort of tried using that pronunciation. Even then it doesn't make a terribly large amount of sense to me, because I believe the Japanese pronunciation or spelling of Ephraim's name is like Ephraim. So it's like, okay, Ephraim. But they're like, no, it's Ephraim. It's like, But why? Of course, it doesn't really look like Ephraim to me. Never know with these pronunciations. I will say that typically the localizations are a lot more accurate than people give credit for. I know I've heard a lot of people complain when talking about Shadow Dragon. They'll be like, what, why is his name Navarre? Right? That's nothing like what it was in Japanese. It's like, well, actually, it's pretty similar. His name was like... You know, it's been a minute since I took Japanese, so maybe I shouldn't go for any kind of pronunciation, but Navarro ends up being pretty close to Navarre. I don't know how else to explain it without making an absolute fool of myself, but like the B in Japanese is often used in place of a V. So instead of saying violin, Japanese might say violin. And they have a V. So the way it was described to me when I was taking Japanese in community colleges, oh, you know, like a fancy magazine might have violin and Beethoven, but for most people it's violin and Beethoven. So when you have Navarro, it's, you know, the B could be a V, so Navarro. And there's also no like harsh R. Like you never have like Navarre in Japanese, because the R often sounds more like an L. So instead of, you know, Navarre, it's like Navaru or something. So Navarro turns into Navaru, Navarre, right? Like it's kind of like a roundabout way of getting there. But the localization, at the end of the day, does make sense. At least it made sense to me, because before I taken Japanese, because that game came out long before I was in community college. I was also like, oh, That's weird how they changed it like that. Admittedly, I think Navarre sounds better, so it never really bothered me much. But, as I learned a bit more, it's like, oh yeah, okay. I understand now. And that will be our, one and only Japanese lesson, because, been a while since I took it, and I forget almost everything. So, yeah, but some like basic pronunciation stuff's pretty simple. It's another thing that's weird. They give the elixir to Ephraim. It's got like 23 total health. See if Kyle will double here. Nope. So yeah, in my time away, I've been actually been playing a lot of League games. So I've been playing. Oh, that made no sense. I messed it up. I'm playing Legend games, so I've been playing League of Legends and Apex Legends. Second, I was thinking, oh, it's Apex League. No, not quite. League's a game I've been playing on and off for around its release. I think I started playing League within a month of the game launching. Because I remember certain champions being new that like came out like a month into the game's lifespan. Like Udyr and Nidalee, Gragas. These are like ancient champions, but to me it's like, oh yeah, they're like new champs. It's like they're not very new at all. And that game came out like 10 years ago. So I just kind of play it on and off. Like most games I play, honestly, but that one's pretty fun. Can be pretty frustrating. I'd play it more, but A, I've already played like thousands of hours at this point, so. And then B, it just takes too dang long to rank up, in my opinion. Especially coming from something like I got into the, what do you call it? Auto chess genre. And I got pretty decent at those games. The one I played most, I hop between different auto chess games, but I played like Chess Rush and TFT and vanilla auto chess and other things like Red Tide Arena, which no one even, everyone's like, what the heck is that? That was a fun one. But I got pretty decent at those games. Like my badge of honor is I wasn't playing TFT till like this season. And I hit diamond within a week. It was like 4 days or something. I'm like, oh yeah. From 0 to diamond in 4 days. I'm thinking I'm hot stuff. But oops. Yeah, what's really convenient and why it's a lot easier to sort of pick up that game for me is ranking up is so much faster. Like I had the skill for auto chess games coming from Auto Chess Vanilla, Red Tide, Chess Rush, like every auto chess game in existence I've played it pretty much, as long as it's not pay to win. I've even played some of those just a bit. But, yeah, like, if you got the skill, you will rank up, like, instantly. So that was a really good feeling. But when you play, like, Vanilla League, jeez, man, like, I've been Diamond multiple seasons, but they really just start you back at square one. You know? Like, you gotta grind, like, hundreds of hours to get the rank you've earned prior. I don't mean, like, hundreds of hours to get, like, lucky or something. I mean, like, hundreds of hours to get to where your previous rank was. And, I mean, some of this can be attributed to the, like, low volume of ranked games in past years, but, I mean, it's just so discouraging when you have to do this stupid rat race at the beginning of every season just to get back to where you were. It's like, okay, if I'm you know, a diamond level player, which I've gone multiple seasons, why can't I play in diamond? You know? And the you have to be really good to rank up quickly. Like, I know a lot of people point to pros and stuff who get diamond in a day, right? It's because their skill level is, like, vastly superior to diamond. Like, even the difference between the different diamond divisions is vast. So, you know, Riot themselves say they balance I don't know if they've used this exact term, but what they consider exceptional players are Diamond 2 and above. So even by Riot's own account, Riot are the creators of League of Legends, of course. Diamond 2 is significantly different from something like Diamond 4. So if someone who's like a master or challenger gets to Diamond 4 in a day, it's because they're master or challenger. So like if you're like a Diamond 4 kind of player, you know, I was around like Diamond 4 at my peaks. I never played too much once I hit Diamond just because it takes so long to get there. I'd be like, ugh. But that's around my skill level. I mean, the equivalency is I will hit, you know, I'll get to gold in a day, you know? It's like, oh, well, that's not encouraging. Gold in a day? I don't want to be playing in gold. It's like, well, then you gotta be master or something. Like, you have to be significantly better. I hope this is coming across clearly. But yeah, it's just really tedious, so you kind of have to... I don't think not care is the right way of putting it, but you have to be a little more lax. Like, there was a time when I was really just grinding it out, and at this point I just want to do too many different things. Of course, I have a lot of free time at the moment because Corona. But even then, I don't want to be... Whoop. Completely forgot about him. Yeah, I still don't want to be tied down just doing one thing. Maybe I can go for a crit here. Oh. Oh. Okay. Man, this guy is at like the perfect HP to just inconvenience me. Nothing Seth 2.0 can't handle. I can take on a couple soldiers at the same time. I think I am gonna chug an elixir here. I don't think I've ever ran out of elixirs when playing Fire Emblem. I've certainly hoarded them. So yeah, ranking up in League can be real pain in the neck. I swear I calculated that he would not die. And I totally knew he didn't have a Steel Lance either. That's okay, even if he died, I think he just comes back. And this one a little loose. Yeah, ranking up's annoying. But you just gotta play it and not rank up. Just gotta kinda like play for fun. That makes it a lot more tolerable. Kinda sad about auto chess games though. I don't know how many of you have played games in that genre, but I thought they were a ton of fun. And they've kind of died out. I think part of it is monetization. Like, a lot of companies couldn't really figure out how to monetize it, is one theory I've heard. As to why they're not very successful. Because a ton of them came out rapidly. But even beyond just monetization, they died out pretty quick. Like, not just like, oh, we couldn't make money, so we're pulling the plug. It's like, no, the player base has dropped quite significantly. I'm not entirely sure why. But yeah, I liked Auto Chess Vanilla. Like the mobile one. I guess Vanilla would be Dota Auto Chess, but I actually never played that one. But I played it when it came to mobile. And I liked that, but the design direction kind of became whack for me. Like, I feel like there's a lot you can do within the confines of like stats and abilities. But he kept, Drodo, the guy who makes the game, kept going for these like weird, like gimmicks, I would say, for character design. So he released a character that's like musical chairs, essentially. So I don't want to have to explain all of auto chess to give this example, but essentially you put your units down on a board and you have your half and they have their half, and it's mirrored. And essentially what this character did is they stole the ability of the opposing character that was opposite them on the board, or mirrored. So if you put your character in the bottom left corner, they would steal the ability of the unit in the top right corner away from you. And that's just a nightmare. You know, because you can see each other's board. So it's like, oh, is he going to put it here? Is he going to put it here? Oh, he moved it. Now I got to move my guy. And it's like, this is not what I would consider like a valued skill. Like, positioning is one thing, but this is just ridiculous. So I did not enjoy that. And other characters were really weird, like game defying. It's just weird. I mean, you can have a lot of strategy from a simple ability, like Anti-Mage had Mana Burn. So it's like, oh, position the Mana Burn in front of the Kunkka so the Mana Burn will interrupt the powerful ultimate. Very simple, right? But offers a lot of strategy and positioning and yada yada yada. And none of the abilities went in that design direction. They all went, you know, musical chairs and stuff like that. It's like, what? And then like one unit attack units on other boards. So essentially in like other matches, essentially. it was so weird. You know, it's like if a unit from Chapter 5X attacked with a ballista unit in Chapter 6. It's like, what? That's so strange. It's so strange. And that's just how it was. So yeah, I was not a fan of that. And he kept the final straw for me was he kept removing units that were either like inordinately weak or strong or unhealthy design-wise. Which might be fine. In fact, I would prefer something like that in a game like League of Legends, where instead they just nerf someone into oblivion and they end up becoming like a bait pick. It's like, okay, we're going to take a 0, we're going to give them like a 42% win rate, which is unplayable in a 5v5. Like, if one character lowers it to 42%, yeesh. So yeah, like anyone who inadvertently picks this character is just trolling now. It's like, what? Why would you do that? So instead he would just remove these characters. And so I'm debating whether or not I'm gonna kill these guys. You know what, it's not that much XP. And I've already said there's an abundance of XP. Just to wrap this up though, so he would remove characters, and the whole game works on this like synergy system. So if you remove a character, certain synergies and whatnot wouldn't work. I would almost think of it like supports from Fire Emblem. Like if you remove one piece, you interrupt multiple supports. Like if you remove Aphram, Kyle loses his Aphram support, Ford loses his Aphram support. I think these two have supports with them. Erica loses her Aphram support. Like, you're not just affecting one unit, you're affecting a vast number of them. Now, supports aren't particularly important in Fire Emblem, but they're essential in auto chess. So we just sort of like pluck units in and out. It's like, man, the game is going haywire because of it. And yeah, they didn't notice or didn't care. And that was quite annoying, so I stopped playing vanilla auto chess for the most part.